How to start a spiritual business, part 3. So, in the previous two episodes, I showed you how to bring your passion and your purpose into your soulful business or spiritual business if you are just about to start one or thinking about starting one. So, these four elements you see on the right is going to be very crucial steps for you to start a spiritual business that not only is going to be successful in the long term, but it also is going to fulfill you on a personal level. So, in this part of this video, I'm going to be explaining to you what the problem bit means and what you need to do with it. So, every business should be fixing some kind of a problem, and your spiritual business should be not different at all. What you need to figure out is what sort of problem are you going to be fixing and how are you going to be fixing that problem. So I've got you a few examples here, and the reason why it is a little bit more challenging starting a business within the spiritual industry. Yes, there is an industry out there and it is booming and it has been growing for the last sort of 3 to 4, even 5 years. It's basically not only that you need to understand a specific problem that you're going to be fixing, but you are going to be dealing with people who are highly intuitive, they are more self aware, they are driven by making an impact, they are driven to help humanity evolve or to better themselves. So this is the fun part about it, and this is why I wanted to be working within this industry, and that's why I started my own spiritual business back in the beginning of 2020. Is that you are going to be surrounded with other change makers who want nothing but to make our world a better place. And I think that alone is an amazing thing to have. But what you need to figure out if you are just about to start is there even a real problem that you are trying to fix? So please start it for the right reason. So if there isn't a real issue out there or a real problem that needs fixing, you need to keep thinking a little bit more. Okay. So the most common sort of solutions that actually you can see within the spiritual industries would be coming through these five sort of fixes or ways to provide certain solutions to the spiritual community. It could be that maybe you're a healer and you have skills, talents, or interest related to energy healing, for example. You could be interested in learning more about Reiki, or maybe you use yoga to heal others and their physical pain. It could be through hypnosis, through quantum healing. There are many different layers to healing. It could be through mediumship, whatever that is, but it just need to figure out like what is it that you want to heal, what is it that you are solving with your healing, either if it is physical healing, energy healing, emotional healing, or spiritual healing. You see there are many different layers and different types of healing out there. If you are interested within the healing path, you probably know all of this already, so I shouldn't be telling you. So this video is not about that. So figure out like what is it that you will be healing, what is it that you are solving through your healing. Okay. If you feel that you are being called to guide others and guide communities or people or individuals, again, figure out like what is it that they need to be guided about, what is it that they feel a little bit confused about that needs to be resolved, or what is it that they are lacking clarity about, and then you could be helping them, guiding them. In my case, if we take this into this example, right now I'm guiding you how to start your spiritual business, because my thing is business and I love business and I love spirituality, so I married these two together. So right now I'm guiding you on that because you are stuck and confused and you don't know how to start your own spiritual business. Okay. Fixing in general, I threw this in here as well because there are many spiritual entrepreneurs out there who are combining many of the solutions. So I actually work with quite a few people who are healers, but they are also coaching and they're also guiding. Or I have a few people in my network that are authors and they are writing, producing books around spiritual topics or self-development topics, but they also have maybe coaching or mentoring clients. So fixing in general is that they have a very specific niche that they deal with, and they are fixing those problems that that niche would be dealing with. Okay. I'm going to be talking about niches and communities in a little bit in the last part of the video, actually. So let me not go any deeper than that. And coaching and mentoring are probably the most common sort of professions out there within the spiritual industry there's a big difference between being a coach or being a mentor. So what you need to figure out is that which one do you want to be doing? Do you want to be advising people and giving them specific homework or task or exercises to do? If yes, then you're going to be a mentor. But if you prefer to be working with people to hear them out and hear between what's not being said, and guide them through sort of aligned questioning or even spiritual questioning so that they can come to the conclusions on their own, that's coaching. So a coach doesn't really tell, the coach would ask a lot more than a mentor, but then the mentor would also use a lot of coaching techniques, and many coaches actually also combine their services with mentoring solutions. So especially within the spiritual industry, you can see these two are sort of intertwining a little bit. So if you come across someone who calls themselves a coach, but they end up mentoring you, it's quite normal within this industry. So this is not, unfortunately, it's not regulated as well. Let me put this out there. Please be careful, because there are a lot of spiritual coaches and mentors out there who would maybe not really have the right intentions. Let me just leave it like that. But if that's what you are being called to do, make sure that you choose something that is not only going to give you credibility, but also it will allow you to relate to your audience, or that your audience is going to really resonate with who you are and why you are doing any of these solutions. So not just the coaching and mentoring, this applies for all of them. So make sure that you are very clear about what is the sort of problem I want to be solving and how am I going to solve it. Okay, so these are the sort of key elements to figuring out what is the problem that is out there and how I can build a spiritual business around it that is going to be not only sustainable in the long term, but I'm actually going to enjoy showing up in my business every single day because I'm following through with my passion and my purpose. And now I'm fixing a problem of someone else using my passion and my purpose. Okay, so now you see where I'm going with this. So in the last part, I'm going to be talking about the people, and I'll explain to you as well what that actually means and how obviously the people side of thing is going to be the glue that holds everything together when you are planning to start your own spiritual business.